Hello everyone, welcome to Green Gander 75. My name is Buddy. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of work on the shop. We're going to be doing some reorganization and we're going to be building some workbenches. Alright, let's get started. This right here is my original workbench that you've seen from the very beginning in my videos. Last year I cut this down and made it a little bit smaller to make room for the smaller workbench that you've seen in the middle of my shop. Well, the workflow in that wasn't all that great, so we're going to make some adjustments. One of the first things we're going to do is we're going to cut this up and we're going to make it into two workbenches. Let's go ahead and get started. I want this first workbench to be 55 inches long. We'll go ahead and mark it out and make a cut. Alright, so no real rocket science here. I do have my safety glasses on. I'm going to be using a square to help me keep things straight. And let's just get going here. That's now cut off. Let's go ahead and make some legs and attach it to the wall. I want to make up some legs now that are going to be 36 inches long. But I've got to make two cuts on this because my saw will not go all the way through this 4x4. So we're going to mark both sides at 36 inches. Alright, so just to make sure, we're going to go ahead and measure, make sure that is 36 inches. And it is. Perfect, let's go ahead and cut this off. Alright, let's now do the other side. Okay, for the second leg we're going to do the same thing, 36 inches, cut from both sides. Let's do it again. board here that's going to go on the back of my workbench. It's going to hold up the rear of the workbench, and I'm going to fasten it to the wall. Now the legs I've cut at 36 inches, but my floor is incredibly unlevel, and the wall is crooked, and my cuts are rough, because I'm not using a compound miter saw. I'm just using a just a regular old skill saw. So I'm going to measure off here 36¼ inches. What that'll allow me to do is shim the legs up as necessary to level out my workbench. Let's go ahead and measure that out. I'm only one person, so I'm going to go ahead and put the screws in first. At least one to get started with. With the one side now fastened, I'm going to go ahead and fasten this other side. The difference being, I'm not going to measure this side, because like I said, there is nothing level or square about this building. So I'm going to set this side by the level and not by the height. I'm going to go ahead and start a screw first. Then we're going to go ahead and raise this up until it's level. That right there looks pretty good, but I can tell you by looking at my mark that I made on this end, it's actually about 1/8 of an inch lower than what I was expecting. That'll work. Okay, let's put this into the workbench up and see how it looks. Haha! That's actually pretty level. We'll stick with that. One of the things I want to do is make sure that the other half of the workbench lines up with this half. Now I'm cutting this thing with a skill saw, and well, it didn't go very straight. So, to make sure the two halves line up, I'm going to go ahead and put up the other half and get it set, and then finish squaring this up to the other half of the workbench. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Watch it and see what I'm going to do. So that's what I thought. I'm looking at this right now, and there's a huge gap right there. We're gonna have to make some adjustments. Go ahead and run some screws in here. Get this fastened to the wall, just to be on the safe side. Now that's installed, I'm going to go ahead and install the legs. I'm not going to do anything fancy here. I don't think I need to. 2 legs screwed right to the top of the workbench. Just go ahead and do this side too. This is the part that really inspired this change. Improved workflow. Now my workbench is at a decent height that I can now cut this leg off at 36 inches without having to sit on the ground. So now that the legs have been cut out, I'm going to go ahead and attach them to the edge of the table, and this part of the workbench will be pretty well built. So this is the next item that's going to be living on this workbench. My little Ryobi drill press. That'll brighten things up just a little bit. Well, the video is running a little bit long now, so we're going to go ahead and skip forward a little bit and show you the completed changes here in the shop and how things have improved as far as my workflow. So I now have a grinder station, which is going to be very nice to use. I've actually already used it a couple times, and it really comes in handy. So I've got my 6-inch bench grinder mounted on the side of the workbench. Works out nice. I have this grinder here, which it is not working at this time. Looking forward to making that as a project to find out why it's not working and get it up and running. Over here we have a monitor that we'll be using for different projects, and to give you an example of what I'm working on, or anything is needed. So that's going to be real handy to have. Behind me in the corner is now my small Ryobi drill press. It's pretty nice. Nice to have in a good location with easy access now. Moving over here, I have general workspace. Good for breaking down equipment and cleaning up and just anything I need to do right here. Got my vise. Small vise is still in a good accessible location. Over here I'll be using this area for small tool storage and the likes, whether it be a toolbox or pull out drawers with parts and all in it. On the front end of the workbench, I now have an area that I can use for final assembly. Got my bathroom mat here, so it'll be readily available for that, no longer requiring any special setups to do final assembly work. And that's going to be really nice. This is also my rolling workbench that you've seen many times in the middle of the shop. This can actually be rolled out of the way if I need to get more room in here for anything. It can be turned to the side or moved completely out of the way. Over on the very front of the workbench now is my shop press. So it's now in the location that I can now just walk up to it and use it. I don't longer have to pull it out of a corner, and to gain access to it. So that's going to be really nice to have. Over in the corner behind it is air compressor. Air compressor is in an accessible location that I can quickly disconnect it, pull it out, and take it wherever I need it. So I'm very excited to show this. A lot of YouTuber creators have this in their shop, and I'm very excited to have it in my shop now as well. Here behind me is a whiteboard, and the whiteboard is there for stickers. First sticker we're going to put up there is going to be my own. Right there. We'll go ahead and put it up. Just like that. So, I have these stickers available. If you are interested in getting one of these stickers, shoot me an email down below. Let me know you're interested in one, and we'll get one out to you. So that's going to be nice. If you have some stickers that you would like to have put on that board, send me an email. I'll get you my address, and I would love to put your sticker on that board as well. So really looking forward to filling that board up with a whole bunch of stickers. Well, I think that's going to be it for this video. Of course, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Definitely thank everybody for the comments. And take a moment to click that like button. And definitely want to thank you for watching. Well, I guess that is all for today. A little bit long video. Glad you made it all the way through to the end. And got some more neat stuff coming up here real soon. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with y'all as well. Once again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time, and y'all have a good evening.